Right, so let's move on to the next question. Right, so we have a 2.1.3. So we have a question and we are required to simplify without the use of a calculator. Right, it's still exponents and sets, so let's see how we are going to try and solve this. So the first thing that I see, right, when I look at this, I can already see a set. Right, I can see sets, so I'm going to try and rewrite these sets in exponential form. Right, that's the first thing that comes into my mind. First thing that comes into my mind is I have to change from set to exponential form. Alright, so let's try and see how we are going to write this. Right, so we have 3 raised to the power of -1/2 into 12 plus the cube root of 3 root 3. Right, so let's try and change. So we are going to start with changing root 12. Right, so root 12 can also be written as let's come this side. So root 12 is the same thing as 4 times 3, right? So it means you have a root of 4 times a root of 3, and this is going to be 2 root 3, right? Yeah, and then we are also going to try and simplify this. Great. So you have a 3 raised to the power of 1/2, and then you have 2 root 3 plus you have a cube root, right? So you open bracket 3 root 3 raised to the power of 1/3, right? So now let's see how we can also simplify this further. So you are going to have 3 minus 1/2 into 2 root 3 plus we are going to try now and distribute this, right? So you have a product, so this you are going to raise it to this and then that. Right, so you are going to end up having 1/3 times, right, root 3 can also be written as 3, right, 1/2, which is going to be 1/3. So we have simplified it now, right? So yeah, let's make everything consistent. So we are going to still try and change this now, right? We are going to try and make everything consistent. So we are going to have 3 -1/2, 2 times 3 raised to the power of 1/2 plus 3 1/3 times 3. So 1/2 times 1/3 is going to be 1/6. Right. Now what we have here, if you look properly, you have the same basis. You have the same basis here. Right. So here you have the same basis, and that means you can add the exponents. You can add the exponents. Right, so let's try and do that. So you still have 3 -1/2 into 2 times 3 1/2, right, plus 3, which is 1/3 plus 1/6, right? So this is going to be 3 negative 1 over 2 into 2 times 3 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 6. It's going to give you 1 over 2. So you have 3 1 over 2. Right, great. So now what we are going to try and do is still distribute the brackets now. So we are going to break down the bracket. So this is going to multiply everything from here to there. Right, so that's what we are going to do. This is going to multiply this, and it's also going to multiply this. So let's do that. Right, so now you have a 3 negative 1 over 2 times 2 3 1 over 2, right, plus 3 negative 1 over 2 times 3 1 over 2. Right, so from here what we can do is we can see that we have a common factor, right? We can see that we have a common factor. So this okay, I'm not sure why it's not highlighting. Okay, apologies about that. Okay, it's not highlighting. So this and that and that and that are common factors, right? So what we are going to try and do now is take out the common factor from both. So we are going to say 3 negative 1 over 2 times 3 1 over 2, which is going to be 2. It's going to leave us with 2 plus 1. Right, so negative 1 over 2. So if you can see here, now you have the same bases. You have the same bases. Right, now you have the same bases, and what can you do when you have the same bases? You add the exponents. So what is negative 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2? Right, it's essentially 0. Right, so you are going to have now 3 raised to the power of 0 times 3, right? And anything to the power of 0 is 1. So your final answer is going to be 1 and 3, which is 3. So this is your final answer, right? So you could have made it, or you could have solved it in another way, which would have been, let's see what would have been another way. Let's think about it. Okay, so another way would have been, instead of taking out a common factor, right, instead of taking out a common factor, so let's write it here. So let's take this entire thing. So alternatively, you could have solved this using this way, right? So alternatively, right, alternatively, this is what you could have done, right? So you could have said 3 negative 1 over 2 times 3 1 over 2 times 2 plus 3 negative 1 over 2 times right, which would have given you negative 1 over 2. You add the exponents, which is that and that, and times 2 plus 3, negative 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2, right? So 1 over negative 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 would have given you 3 to the power of 0 times 2 plus 3 to the power of 0. So anything to the power of 0 is 1 times 2 plus 1, right? So you would have 2 plus 1, which is equals to 3. So this is what you could have also done. It still solves the problem, right? So now let's move on to another problem.